If you are gearing up for your first trip to Japan or just need a refresher on what to do before you arrive, you've come to the right place. So today I'm sharing 24 essential tips to make your first 24 hours in Japan smooth and memorable. Hello, Jeff Tinagan here, and I'm here to guide you through your journey in Japan. On this channel, I help travelers or visitors stay informed with essential travel updates, tips, and insights for exploring Japan, and of course, also the realities of living in Japan. Without further ado, let's go to tip number 1. Start tracking flight prices 4 to 6 months in advance using tools like Expedia or Skyscanner to set price alerts and budget effectively. Of course, flight prices can fluctuate significantly, so it's wise to monitor them several months before your planned departure. So they actually allow you to set price alerts and track trends, helping you book your flights at the most economical rates. Now, setting budget and sticking around it can prevent overspending. Number 2 would be pack light and consider the suitcase you'll be carrying. Traveling light makes it easier to navigate Japan's public transportation and stations, which often have many stairs. And don't forget to bring in deodorant for summer, and that should be mild scent. So Japanese deodorants may not be as effective for other foreigners, so bring a reliable brand from your home. Avoid strong scents as they are generally not preferred in Japan. Personally, I use Nivea, so you might want to consider bringing a similar kind of this one. So I have a dedicated video on this on what's pack in traveling to Japan. But if it's not summer, you won't need one because you will not perspire here, especially winter. Third, learn basic Japanese phrases. Familiarize yourself with basic Japanese phrases like greetings, directions, polite expressions. So knowing a few words can go a long way in making interactions smoother and more enjoyable. Before my first trip to Japan, I learned how to say hello, thank you, and excuse me. So locals appreciated the effort and it made communication easier, especially in smaller towns where English may not be widely spoken. Number 4, some countries require a visa to enter Japan, so check and apply in advance if necessary. Japan has a visa exemption agreements with countries for short-term stays. So however, if you find yourself from a country that requires a visa, you need to apply well in advance. So this process can take several weeks to start early to ensure all your paperwork is in order before your trip. Next would be ensure your passport has validity for the duration of your stay in Japan, and check requirements for any other countries you plan to visit before Japan. So when traveling internationally, it's crucial to have a passport that's valid for the entirety of your stay. So some countries have additional requirements like a minimum 6 months of validity beyond your planned departure. So if you're visiting other countries before Japan, verify their specific requirements to avoid any travel disruptions. Number 6 would be to plan your itinerary in advance. So prioritize and pace your activities, leaving flexibility for rest or changes. Now, Japan offers a wealth of experiences and attractions, so planning your itinerary helps ensure you don't miss out must-see sites. Prioritize your activities, but also allow some flexibility from the rest of unexpected changes. Overloading your schedule can lead to fatigue and reduce the enjoyment of your trip. In my experience, a maximum of 2 activities in a day within one area or location is preferred. Number 7, arrive in Japan with some Japanese yen. Having some local currency upon arrival can be very convenient for immediate expenses like transportation, meals, or emergencies. While cashless payments are widespread in Japan, certain places, especially in rural areas, may only accept cash. If you don't have the IC card, it will be game over if you don't have cash on the bus or even parking a rented car, coin parking without cash. Wait, my baby's crying, so wait a minute. Number 8, pre-register your customs and declaration and embarkation information on the Visit Japan web portal once you have your flight and first accommodation details. Now, the Visit Japan web portal allows travelers to streamline their entry process by pre-registering necessary information. So it's paperless, of course. Now this can save time at the airport and simplify your arrival. Now you'll need details like number and the address of your first accommodation. Number 9 would be to save your address in Japan. Phone number and your first accommodation. So the passport number and the flight information on your phone or print out for custom forms. Having these details ready helps you quickly fill out any required forms during your flight or upon arrival. It's a precaution that can save you stress and time, ensuring that you have a smooth entry into the country. Number 10 would be you need to choose your airports wisely. So Narita and Haneda are the Tokyo's main airports with convenient connections to central Tokyo via trains, monorails, and buses. Narita Airport is located about 60 kilometers from central Tokyo, while Haneda Airport is much closer, about 40 kilometers. Both airports offer multiple transportation options to get you into the city, like including Narita Express, Keisei Skyliner, Tokyo Monorail, and various bus services. Now each has its own advantages in terms of speed and convenience, but I would recommend Chubu International Airport of Nagoya so that you are in the middle of Tokyo and Osaka. Well, it still depends on the person, but yeah, I will just make a separate video of this. Number 11 would be saving your time at the airport. So make sure you have your passport and disembarkation form or Japan QR code ready. So after landing, moving quickly to passport control can save you time. So especially if multiple flights arrive simultaneously. So have your documents ready to streamline the process. So another thing is to remove your passport cover in advance so it can help speed up the scanning process. Number 12 will be registering face, passport, and Visit Japan QR code at the customs using face registration kiosks to speed up the process. Now using the face registration kiosks at customs can expedite your entry. Now these kiosks scan your face, passport, and QR code, automating much of the process. So this can be particularly useful if there are long lines at traditional customs counters. Number 13 would be to sort out an IC card for travel and purchase. Now, visitors' versions are available at major airports, while regular cards can be obtained at major stations with a passport and cash. IC cards such as Suica, Pasmo, Ikoka are essential for convenient travel, public transportation, and making purchase. Of course, visitor versions are designed for short-term travelers and can be purchased at airports, while regular cards are available at major train stations. These cards could simplify travel and are widely accepted across Japan. However, due to the global chip shortage, Suica and Pasmo temporarily stopped selling physical cards. And this brings me to my next point. Number 14 is to go digital. Now consider setting up a digital IC cards on your iPhone for ease of use and top-ups on the go. Now, digital IC cards available on iPhones offer added convenience as they can be topped up directly from your phone using a credit card. Now this allows you to avoid finding physical top-up locations and make it easier to manage your balance on the go. Now recently, visitors are converting physical cards to digital ones using iPhones, but starting spring 2025, JR East will introduce the Welcome Suica mobile app, enabling international travelers to acquire and top up their digital Suica cards prior to arrival in Japan. Next, number 15 would be arrange data connection before arriving in Japan. So either through roaming or SIM card or pocket Wi-Fi. So staying connected is crucial for navigation, communication, and accessing information. Now setting up a data connection before we arrive can be done through your phone carrier's roaming plan, purchasing a local SIM card, or renting a pocket Wi-Fi device. So make sure your phone is unlocked if you want to use a local SIM card. So I have affiliate links down below if you want to help this channel grow without any additional cost to you, then please do so. Thank you. Number 16 would be use travel cards like Gcash or Wise to save on transfer fees and ATM costs, now allowing easy payments without conversion fees. So traveler cards like Revolut and Wise offer competitive exchange rates, low fees, making them ideal for international travel. These cards like Gcash, Revolut, or Wise actually serves as digital wallets, allowing you to exchange currency at favorable rates and use them for payments without incurring additional conversion fees. Number 17 would be research if a JR pass is worth it for your travel plans. Now, regional rail passes might be a better option, because they increase the price too much, I think. Because of course, they raise the JR pass price too high. I don't know if anyone can still use it, but there will be few people using it. So the JR pass offers unlimited travel Japan railways for a set period, but it may not always be the most cost-effective option depending on your itinerary. Use the JR Pass calculator to determine potential savings and consider regional passes that might better suit your travel needs and budget. Number 18, bring electronic devices that support 100 volts. And of course, don't bring one adapter. Just bring an extension cord that has multiple adapter slots for electronics devices. Japan's electrical outlets use 100 volts similar to North America's, but with a lower voltage. So most modern devices are compatible, but it's wise to check. Also, an extension cord gives you freedom to charge your devices without having a lot of single adapters when you're in Japan. Number 19, you need to carry your passport at all times for tax-free shopping and for legal requirements. The Japanese law requires you to carry your passport at all times, especially for tourists, and it's also necessary for tax-free shopping, which allows you to save on the consumption tax for purchases over a certain amount. Photocopy is not sufficient, even a picture from your phone. So keep your passport secure but accessible. And for tax-free shopping, you'd see this kind of logo. Tip number 20 would be follow YouTubers Japan. Of course, if you'd like, you can follow me. You can subscribe to my channel so that I could be more motivated to make videos like this for you. Tip number 21 would be stay positive, enjoy your trip. Make sure each endeavor will be a learning experience. A positive attitude can enhance your travel experience, so be open to new experiences, embrace the culture, enjoy all that Japan has to offer. Tip number 22 would be to research local customs and etiquette. So take some time to learn about Japanese customs and etiquette, such as bowing, exchanging business cards, chopsticks, and table manners. So respecting local customs show cultural awareness and enhances your experience. So not a deal breaker, but they would understand if you miss one or two, but just to be the person that respects the culture. So understanding Japanese etiquette helped me feel more confident during interactions, whether dining out or visiting temples, in my personal experience. Number 23, now notify your bank and credit card companies if you are planning to use them in Japan. So just in case if you had no more money from Wise, Gcash, or maybe Roulette. If for some reasons you'll be using them, we don't know yet. So just a preventive measure, you need to inform your bank and credit card companies of your travel dates and destination to avoid any issues with using your cards abroad. Some banks may block transactions if they suspect unusual activity. So I once forgot to notify my bank before traveling to Japan, and my card was temporarily blocked after a few transactions. So calling had prevented further issues and ensured smooth transactions throughout my trip. Last but not least, we download useful apps and maps. So I have actually a separate video on that, so please check them out. So download travel apps such as Google Maps, translation apps, and transportation apps. So like Hyperdia for train schedules, so before your trip. Offline apps, especially offline maps, can be particularly useful when you navigate Japan cities, especially if you haven't set up your internet for a pocket Wi-Fi or a mobile SIM yet. Having offline maps and translation apps on my phone was invaluable. So especially when you explore less touristy areas where English signage was limited. So it helped me navigate efficiently and communicate effectively by doing gestures. By using the translation app, just in case you don't have all the words yet from your Nihongo Benkyo. So I hope these tips help you prepare for the amazing adventure in Japan. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more travel guides and tips. Now, have questions or want to share your own experiences? Drop them in the comments below. Safe travels, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next video. またね。